This is Chavo Guerrero Jr. You guys truly bring the Latino heat. Listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Viva la raza.
Wrestling POV content not be suitable to audiences. Your discretion is advised.
Wrestling POV is preposterous, is obnoxious, is atrocious, is ridiculous, is churlish, is interesting, but stupid! Wrestling POV is your point of view. Bring you 20 years of change in the wrestling business. From the spotlight to the polls, from birthdays to hot tech news. Wrestling news, rumors, and injury report. Covered by the greatest in the whole damn sport. This week in wrestling, who made the book? 5 second shuffle, pay-per-view, point game. Love, peace, and wrestling is what they're all about. So sit back, kick back, and hear them all out.
What is going on, my people?
Pat McAfee whooping that ass.
Oh, as soon as Austin Theory came out, I'm like, oh, she don't have to fuck with Pat McAfee.
That's right.
Well, the thing is that we might as well talk about it now. But the thing of it is that I wasn't happy with the timing as far as them doing it during Sammy versus Ricochet.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, why are they doing this now? And then I'm kind of looking at the time, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I understand why they did it, and they did that because of the simple fact that it was the last match, and that way Michael Cole can call that match, because it was the last match, and it didn't really. I mean, you need two people, but
Right.
When they escorted Pat McAfee out, I get it. But then Michael Cole was talking shit.
Yes, it's like he didn't have Pat's back at all during that whole thing. It was like, well, he should have been professional. Fuck you, Cole.
We should give Pat McAfee 2 matches. First, he can beat Austin Theory's ass, then he can go after Michael Cole.
Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
But my thing
That's why I got my Colts hat on.
I see that.
I'm like, yes, let's
but
go.
my thing is that remember Michael Cole and him had beef a long time ago.
Yes, they did.
Remember? Because Pat McAfee wore shorts. Yes. You don't remember that, Elio?
Which WrestleMania was that?
Oh, man, it was
A couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Jesus, I want to say, I think Gabriel Iglesias might have been involved somehow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which WrestleMania. All I remember was him being involved in that some WrestleMania. I think I could be wrong. I don't know. Jesus, I'm like all over the place. But what happened was Pat McAfee was just a guest. Like, you know how Sam Roberts or what's the Rosenberg?
Yeah.
They occasionally show up on pay-per-views. That's what McAfee was doing. Okay. He just showed up and he was wearing shorts. And Michael Cole was like pissed off and fucking telling him off, reaming him a new asshole, all that shit. I was like, damn. All because he wore shorts? So what? I thought that's like a Pat McAfee thing, though, because you normally wear shorts.
It is.
Yeah. So that's fucking crazy. Before we got to jump right into it because we're doing a special Friday edition of Wrestling POV. I'm your host, Tony Diaz, with the $50 man, Clay Cummings.
How's it going, people?
And the gentleman, Elio Canella.
What's going on?
While we're talking about SmackDown, the beginning of SmackDown, Big E took a nasty, nasty bump. Soon as that happened, I went right to my resources and I got an update. So this is a real update from the man himself, Big E. Before I play the message, I want people to understand this was nobody's fault. This was a freaking accident. Of course, there were some that were saying that, oh, Big E, he should know better. He should have tucked his chin. Granted, that's what you're taught. But I hate when motherfuckers say that and then yet never been in the ring.
Yes.
Jen, shut the fuck up if you've never been in the ring. Okay? Other people were blaming Ridge Holland, and it's not his fault. And people are like, oh, this isn't the first time. Like, bro, he had his nose smashed by Ricochet. Where the fuck were you guys then? What shit were you guys talking about then? And then they were saying how he injured Pete Dunne, I think, in NXT. I don't remember that. But he tore his fucking knee. Remember that? Yeah. That was a freak accident. It was an accident, people.
Oh, I do remember when Dunne got injured. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, the thing is, it's an accident. I looked at the footage over and over while SmackDown was going on, and it was just a freak accident. But before I keep babbling on, here's what Big E, he actually made this comment.
I can't thank all of you beautiful people enough for all of your concern and your messages. It's very heartwarming. I can move all my digits. You see that? That's nice. That's always a good thing. Strength feels fine. But unfortunately, right now, they tell me my neck is broken. So there's that. But once again, thank you, everybody. I'm going to be all right. I'll be good. Don't worry. Go to sleep. Don't worry about old me. But for real, thank you. And I appreciate all of you, for real.
Oh, we're not going to go to sleep because we got a podcast to do, Big E.
That's right.
Not trying to make, you know, I'm just trying to make it a little giggly. Well, there you have it. There's your update. Neck possibly broken. Man, unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So is this going to be like a career-ending thing for him? You know what I'm saying? Depending on the severity, is it like Steve Austin's injury? Is it like Kurt Angle's injury?
I really hope not, man. I mean, just prayers up for Big E. That's all we can really do at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's true, he's gonna be out for the rest of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Wow. Unfortunate. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm withhold my comments about the whole New Day. It's just bad luck. It seems like, you know. I don't know. Should they just? I don't want to say abolish New Day, but I mean, should it just be finished already? I mean, they had a good run. I'm not going to take that away. But it just seems like to me, I don't want to call it a jinx. I'm not going to call it a jinx or anything, but it just seems like them as a collective is, I don't want to say damaging, poor choice of words, even though I already said it, but it's kind of damaging to, and I say it anyway, I guess them going for the title because Kofi Mania was good. His title run was not. Big E, you know, he had a good solo run. People were cheering for him. His title reign was not that great. Like I said, I don't want to call it the New Day jinx. Not fair to say that, but I just think the time is up. Come up with something different. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago about Big E's, what was wrong with Big E's run. And it was the fact that he was still doing New Day stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think people didn't want to really see that. I mean, even though it worked for Kofi, I guess, but he wasn't really doing New Day stuff, I guess. Until he won the belt. When he won the belt, they put the pancakes inside the title. I'm like, it's not my thing to say that, yeah, that's the definition of a champion. Big E is more of a definition of a champion than Kofi, in my opinion, but that's for another story. But what do you guys think? I mean, neck's broke. Looks like he's going to be out for over a year. Is this the end of New Day?
It honestly should be. Honestly, to this point, they've had a great run throughout the years that they have been New Day. Basically have saved all three of their careers, you know, to an extent. And it's just now with Woods getting hurt, Big E's accident, you know, this is probably a good time to kind of get away from New Day. So, I mean, yes, they may still make money here and there from merch prices. You know, people are still going to chant New Day, but it's ran its course, you know.
And there's that old saying too, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder, you know.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe by them being gone for this long amount of time, even though they're gonna still run with Kofi, looks like, it's still let us miss them.
Right.
Let us say, "Oh shit, they're back." You know what I'm saying? And I like having that feeling when it comes to wrestling. Elio, what do you think? Is New Day done or?
They've been together since 2014, and I've said it like already many times. I think it's time that they split this team up. It's ran its course, and every time one returns from injury, one of the other two gets injured and is out. So it's like they can't win either way.
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunate, man. That's I don't. As despite how much us on the show we do criticize, not just Big E, not just New Day, we criticize everybody. The last thing that this show does is say, "Well, there you go, there, you deserve it," or anything like that, which I have seen some people post. But we do wish Big E well, and thank you to my quick resources for getting me that video, because I was really concerned, man, because it looked worse than Madcap Moss's when that happened to him at the Saudi Arabia show.
Yeah.
So I wanted to find out right away, and he was able to get me that video from Big E. So possible neck injury. Let's just hope it's not a broken neck, to be honest. Let's just hope it's just like a little tweak. He's got to be in a neck brace for about a month or two, and then he'll come back, and then he'll be stronger than ever.
Yes.
You know, some idiot had the audacity to post something like, "Well, that's what you get when you don't work out." I'm like, Big E is probably more fit than all three of us combined right now. And I'm not saying we said. Someone actually commented that when it was all over the internet about Big E's injury. Someone actually commented, "Well, that's what you don't get when you don't work out." And of
People
course,
are fucking stupid, dude.
And see why I'm mad all the time when I do this fucking show. But seriously, somebody had the audacity to post that. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And of course, a lot of the other people that didn't think that way, they let him have it. They're like, bro, no.
Good.
No. Big E is, that man is in shape times 10. If anybody is in shape, it's him. Jesus. I'm shocked that he has that injury because he's got big trapezius. His neck is pretty big. But anyway, we just hope he gets well. You know what? Let's go straight into the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Clay.
All right, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. It's time! It's Vader time to go into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. Good for him. Now, those that don't know, Kenny Casanova, who's a friend of the show and my old manager from when I was wrestling, he was in close contact with Vader's family right before he passed. He wrote his book. He kept in touch with his son. His son gave Kenny Casanova one of Vader's ring-worn singlet, and Kenny has that in his house, hanging up in a big ass frame. Lucky bastard. But I'm just like, in one of the speeches that Vader did, in that one Hall of Fame, he was inducting somebody. I think Stan Hansen, maybe. At the time. And you guys know the story about Vader's eye popping out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You hear about that from Stan Hansen? Yes. So Kenny Casanova called Vader and says, "Bro, what you got to do is, while you're doing the speech about Stan Hansen, you have to wear those glasses that has the eyes dangling." Because of his eye popping out.
Right.
And so Vader said, "Bro, the the speech is tomorrow. I'm not going to find that out here. I won't have time to find that. The speech, and this was like at nighttime, so he literally couldn't go to the store and do it. So Kenny Casanova, this motherfucker, went to the store. He goes, "Don't worry about it. I'll FedEx it right away, same day delivery." And he's like, "All right, if I get it, then I'll use it. If I don't get it, I'm not going to use it." He goes, "All right, just give me the address you're at. I'm sending it there right away." And he went to the store, got him those glasses, fucking FedExed it to him same fucking day. He got it that morning, and that's when he does the speech. He puts those googly glasses on. That's from Kenny Casanova.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So my thing is, I'm wondering who's going to induct him. You know? Man, there's a few people. Stan Hansen's still alive, right?
Yeah. I would say that'd be a good one.
Could be him, and then his son will probably accept the award. You know?
Yeah.
Could be. But good for him.
Yes, definitely. Long overdue.
Yeah.
William Regal and Jeff Hardy is now all elite, as we have seen this week.
Yeah.
And so, happy.
I got a little beef with that. Not with William Regal, but with Jeff Hardy.
Right. Well, we'll save that for
Yeah. Yeah.
Randy Orton has made a comment, says he's got another decade in him to wrestle.
Wow.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't he like 44? 45?
He just turned 40.
He just turned 40?
Yep.
Holy
He
shit.
said, I just turned 40 years old and I got another decade in me.
Okay.
Yep.
His birthday is, I think, April 1st.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably doing one of the best work so far that he's done in WWE so far.
Yeah. I
mean, he looks good.
On Raw, that little promo he did, they said that was off script. He really meant what he said. This is the most fun he's had in a long time, and that he considers Riddle his friend. He said he was going to say the F word. Oh, he caught me. Yeah. Hey, you know what? The man's in fucking shape, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
He can do so much more. And that is all that I have for the news. Tony, what's the rumors?
All right, alongside with the Vader, there are two more that's going to be inducted, rumored to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. The Steiner brothers will be added to the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022. But more on that is that they're saying that it looks like it's going to be Rick Steiner, and they don't know if Scott Steiner is going to say yes or no. If not, then they'll just induct Rick Steiner.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you think about it, you can't have Rick without Scott, in my opinion. I don't think you can't really, in my opinion.
Because even when they split up, Scott went to have more of a career than Rick did.
Right.
Rick just kind of was just like kind of faded out, which is unfortunate. Yeah. He's a good wrestler.
Yes,
but you're
he
right.
is.
You're right. As far as the tag goes, they both have to. But it looks like it might be just Rick because they're saying they don't know if Scott is going to say yes or no. So that's still kind of up in the air. We'll know soon enough, 3 weeks. Also, Sid Vicious, they're saying will be inducted in this year's Hall of Fame. I got beef with this motherfucker because, again, with Kenny Casanova, it's posted on our Facebook page, too, where I had to go run out and save Kenny Casanova one night, and it was a match against a buddy of mine and Sid Vicious, and Kenny Casanova, again, running in, talking shit to Sid, and Sid Vicious gave him a powerbomb. So I didn't like that, so I ran into the ring. And at first, which was my mistake, I looked at Kenny like, what the fuck are you doing? And then Sid saw me as the predator as he is, and he gave me a powerbomb too. If you guys want to check it out on our Facebook page. It's on there.
Yes.
And I think it's titled something about when Tony Diaz tried to save Kenny Casanova and then gets powerbombed by Sid Vicious.
Kind of makes sense, him and Undertaker going in the same year, since they were skyscrapers.
Skyscrapers back in WCW. Yeah.
Yep.
They came out to China White from the Scorpion. See, that's how much I know about that shit, Elio. Didn't know that shit, but I did. So, I mean, I hope he does. I really do. You know, like I said, those two are just rumors right now, and we'll see if it happens. If it happens, it happens. So far, you know what? And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I am going to pat myself on the back. I am going to toot my own horn. But a lot of my goddamn rumors, I'm going to say about 95% of them have been right on. Spot on.
Very accurate.
Very accurate. Yeah. See, I got these sources. So, but that's all I'm going to say. All right. Now some Cody Rhodes shit. The date WWE wanted Cody Rhodes on TV check out my fucking writing, was set for March 14th on Raw. So this coming Monday, because they're going to be in Jacksonville, Florida. More on Cody's that they still want Cody for WrestleMania 38. Talks are ongoing, but a deal has not yet been reached. And time's running out because they don't know if he signed. He's kind of playing the quiet game right now. There was a video out of Cody Rhodes. Did you guys see it? He was in a it looked like he was in a makeshift locker room, and he opened up his suitcase, and there was a note. So he picked up the note, and it said, "Hope it still fits," and it had H. He's like, "What the hell?" And then he looked in his suitcase, and he picked it up, and it was Stardust. Kind of looked at it, and then he sat it down.
That's funny.
Yeah, so he's doing a lot of, not a lot of teasing, but when that he came out with that video, and then there was something else I forgot. But I mean, what do you guys think? Is he WrestleMania bound or not? Is he going to make it?
I believe he is. I think he's just teasing the fact of fans thinking that he's not. Yeah. He, as trying to be as surprising as he can. I'm assuming. Yeah. So I think honestly he's going to be a surprise, or try to be, for fans, and I believe he'll be at Mania.
He's doing the same thing Chris Jericho always does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Now, do you guys think it's going to be against Seth after what happened on Raw this past Monday?
That I don't know. Like, I'm kind of confused on what they're wanting to do with Seth at Mania. Honestly, how this is going.
Think about it this way, though. Mania is 3 weeks away. Okay? Mm-hmm. This whole thing with with Seth just happened. And then when they tried interviewing him, he was awfully quiet. He didn't say anything. He was just like, staring out into space. So to set this up, I mean, honestly, I think they should wait until Mania to debut Cody Rhodes. I mean, if they do it now, they might sell more tickets. Who the fuck knows? Even with Kevin Owens mentioning Steve Austin, they said ticket prices, sales already went up just from him mentioning. Right. So if they do that, is it a good thing because then ticket sales will go up, or I don't know. I just like the surprise factor. I do.
Absolutely. Yes.
But then again, we can go on with this thing where the fuck Seth? Who's he gonna wrestle? Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Could they really hold off Seth until WrestleMania?
I don't, because Seth is just the main part of Raw. I can't see them.
And he's been killing it lately.
Right. And I can't see him not, being on Raw for the next 3 weeks. Just doesn't seem right with me. Yeah. It's Seth freaking Rollins. Like,
they could always just have him moping around. And finally,
Kevin Owens trying to cheer him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he can just, the day of WrestleMania, he can just come out and say, I need someone to fight or something. I don't know. I mean, and then Cody comes out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do this. But you know what? I said it in my rumors. Raw is in Jacksonville. We'll know our answer then. Put it that way. If they don't do anything then this might be all the way down to the weekend of WrestleMania. that we just don't know.
Yep.
That's all I got for the rumors. Clay, what do you got for injury besides Big E?
Yeah, injuries that Big E, like we said at the beginning of the show, possibly have a broken neck. We'll see when more information comes out.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy suffers a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
And will be out for a little bit.
And that was from that toss from Big E, from Keith Lee.
Yes.
At the pay-per-view. Good pay-per-view, by the way. We apologize because we didn't cover it, but the thing of it is, guys, what you guys got to realize, guys and gals, I know there's females that listen to the show too. What you fans, we'll just say go there. It covers both. Have to understand is that my other two co-hosts, they live in the East Coast, and by the time AEW's pay-per-view was done, it was probably like almost midnight, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Midnight.
And for me though, because I live in the West Coast, I live in New Mexico, as everybody knows. I'm about 2 hours behind, so it ended at 10 o'clock for me. And I was, but so these guys are tired, and then do the show. It's like another hour. You know, the guys got to work in the morning, so we decided, like, you know what? Well, let's just enjoy it for what it is, and we'll mention it here and there, I guess, throughout the show. But it wasn't a bad pay-per-view. Actually, it was actually pretty good. Wasn't bad. No title changes though.
No.
And the thing of it is, fucking people, of course, they fucking the AEW fanboys, they don't say nothing about that. But the fucking minute WWE, they don't have no title changes. They're real quick. They don't want to give up their belt, huh? Shut up.
Yeah,
we went off again, didn't we? From the injury.
Yeah, a little bit.
Orange Cassidy, though. It happened during that pay-per-view, though.
Right. That's okay. That's how the show rolls.
Yeah, of course.
And on Helico, I don't think I said that right, but
in Helico.
On Helico, that's right. There we go. Tore his ACL.
So it is a torn ACL.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I heard something about it. He wasn't sure. They also might release him, I heard too. From
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, they haven't been using either one, so I'm not surprised, but at the same time, he's got more talent than the other dude does.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's got a lot more talent.
Underground too.
Yes. Yep, I do remember that.
He was good. He's a talented wrestler, man. He's one that I'm gonna say is very underrated. Very underrated. A lot of people don't like him though. I'm like, why? He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
That's their opinion. Oh well.
Yeah. But that's all I have for the injuries.
All right, let's get right into my favorite segment, the hot tag news, which is this week. Thoughts so far on Wendy Choo. Choo. All right, now here's the thing. Aew is on the Wendy Choo Choo train. Oh, you see what I did there? You see what I did? God,
that was clever, my friend.
Yeah. Did you call me Michael?
My friend.
Oh, my friend. I thought you called me Michael. I was like,
no.
Clay losing his damn mind. What the fuck is going on? So Aew is on the Wendy Choo Choo train. Clay, is it going to happen or no? Are you?
No.
Damn.
No, it's completely stopped with the Choo Choo train.
But she is in the finals in the Dusty Cup.
I'm picking them to win.
I am too.
Oh my goodness. You go from the winners of Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai to Dakota Kai and Wendy Choo.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to say, because when she was portraying the other character, when they were doing that whole angle with Xylee and Boa, how many matches did she have? Like one. And we really got to see her in the ring. Now, with this new character, we're going to see her in the ring more.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
He's got a point.
He does.
All right.
God.
Well, hold your thoughts. We're going to read some of these comments, and then we'll see. We'll get your thoughts. Warren S. Bowman. Well, what the fuck? The bootleg black card, which is an actual card you can get. Laugh out loud. It's the worst. Never get it. What the fuck does that have to do? Oh, because of the picture?
What?
I guess because of, she's holding that card in the picture.
Yeah, it says black card on it. What the fuck? So what?
I wasn't asking about the goddamn card.
Exactly.
I was asking about Wendy too.
Oh, Lord. Josh Sanders says, I repeat, I don't get it. A lot when I watch her, but I understood perfectly as a kid how Moppy was Perry Sanders' friend. That dude took too many shots to the head. He lost his mind. All right, Josh, you went on somebody different. It's not what we asked you. You should know better. Justin Lascari, he says, she's certainly entertaining, but she's so much better than this gimmick. She's definitely geared towards kids. Well, then I guess I'm a kid. Robert Frazier says she's better as Karen Q. Magnus Leisure, haven't heard that name in a while. He says, yeah, but she's no Mei Ying. Oh, Lord. Edward Chinocchio, he said, that's a pretty cool last name, brother. He said, dumb, as usual. Karen is a lot better talent than this sleepy character gimmick. All right, he's just Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. That was stupid. I don't care what the fuck they say. How about that? I like me some Wendy Choo. I think it works. I do. I think it works.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, Clay, seriously, what are your thoughts on Wendy Choo so far?
No, for real. Like I've said in the past, like couple other episodes that we've talked about Wendy Choo. She's a good wrestler. I will give her benefit of the doubt. She is a great wrestler. The fact that this woman, though, comes in, acts like she sleeps, throws in matches like that, and even in the ring, they're doing the and walking away while she's sleeping in the fucking ring. Are you kidding me right now? You fall asleep on the ground and you think, oh, I'm going to be quiet and sneak to my tag team partner to attack Wendy.
She must have narcolepsy there, Clay.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You don't know her.
But they win the matches.
Okay.
They win. They win, Clay. You're in the finals, Clay.
Yeah. Okay. No.
What if she wins the NXT Women's Championship?
If she wins the Women's Championship as this gimmick, NXT 2.0 has more problems than we all know. Because you got women wrestlers such as, like, you got Raquel, Io Shirai, Mandy Rose, to name more, and your champion's going to be Wendy Choo? That's showing a lot of people. I'm telling you.
Yep.
I am just not on this Wendy Choo train. I don't know how in the hell.
Choo-choo train, Clay.
Choo-choo, whatever the fuck.
Not choo-choo.
But I don't get it.
So no convincing, huh, Clay?
No, not at all. Sorry.
Elio, what are your thoughts so far?
Sorry, but not sorry.
Like I said, I mean, even this past Tuesday, like, with all the sleeping spots that they did, they won the match. They're in the finals. It works.
It worked. There you go.
The one I'm still on the fence about is Dakota Kai with her character.
Yeah, I am
too.
Yeah.
I don't think it fits her. But she doesn't do enough crazy stuff to make this character like, oh, she's a lunatic. Like, there's some days where she's normal Dakota, and then there's other days where she's like talking to herself and blah, blah.
That's what I like. That if they keep going towards that, like when they catch her, she's like talking to nobody, like just talking to herself. I think if they do it like that, but then all of a sudden, then it's like she's like freaking out because her head is. But it's like, wait a minute, but you were just talking to somebody, and then now your head's going crazy. Like, I get it. She's supposed to be a loony character, but it's like, I think they should need to stick to one typical type of loony person, which is her talking to herself. Like if somebody's there, I know, right? You know, shit like that. That works. That I can get behind. But like you guys said, when she goes to the ring, all of a sudden she's like losing her head. Like she doesn't know, like the voices in her head. And it's like, you're not Randy Orton.
No, you're not.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for me, yeah, I'm still a little fugazi about that gimmick. So,
yeah.
But either way, I'm a huge fan of Wendy Choo. I hope she does win the NXT Women's Championship and throw it in Clay's face. There you go.
Well, I will put that as a low point when it does happen.
No, it's not, Clay. I'm going to throw it in your face throughout the whole show when she does win. I'm going to make it in the beginning, in the middle, and the end. And in between.
You know, I may take a day off that day. You know, I'm just looking at my time.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh, my Lord. All right. You know what? Let's take a break. But everybody else, like, if you want to throw out a comment, a question, it can be anything. I don't care. We'll talk about it. Oh, hello. Okay.
Is that Wendy?
It probably is her knocking on my door. Be right back. But if you guys have any questions or comments, those on our Facebook page, and we'll talk about it on the following week's show. You can ask whatever you want, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, that's how we roll. With that being said, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we have This Week in Wrestling.
This is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
And we are back. We have t-shirts available. 7 different designs, all available at ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingPOV, $19.99 each. Now it's time to get to This Week in Wrestling. Tony, let's get raw.
All right. I'm going to go straight to my high points because I got a bunch of them, man. Alpha Academy versus KO and Seth and Riddle and Orton. Riddle and Orton getting their belts back. This was a good match. My thing is that I kind of wish they saved this. They're doing too many title changes before WrestleMania.
Yes, that's the third title change.
It's the third title change. And third.
Yeah, Ricochet, Finn Balor.
That's right.
And RK Bro.
Yeah. Holy fuck. That's 3 title changes. So, I mean, for me, you know, like, that's too many before a pay-per-view, first of all. Because are they really, like I said, I mentioned this before too, are they really going to start playing hot potato with these titles?
Hope not.
I hope not.
And it's going to fuck me up too for the game.
Yeah.
But either way, though, it was still good. It was still good.
People been saying Riddle's going to turn at Mania.
They're saying Riddle's going to turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
you know what?
Interesting.
I don't know if that's really going to happen.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact that Vince just likes Riddle the way he is.
Yeah.
I've heard so many times that he likes him.
I like this team. I think it'd be a mistake to split them up.
Right now, yeah, they're on a hot streak, so might as well ride that wave.
That's
my
right.
other high point was Braun Breaker makes an appearance on Raw versus and Tommaso Ciampa versus Dirty Dogs. That was a really good match too. Braun, you know what's funny is that Braun had a good pop when he came out.
Yes, he did.
Tommaso Ciampa had a good pop when he came out too. Tommaso Ciampa looks comfortable now on Raw. Because remember a long time ago when he made an appearance on Raw, he kind of was just like, kind of don't want to be here. So he looked tense. Here he looked very loose. He looked like he belongs there. So he did pretty good. I heard, I don't know how much of this is true. And the thing is, I'm sorry, but you cannot be a WWE fan. And I want somebody to really prove me wrong on this. But you can't be a WWE fan and not know who the fuck Braun Breaker is. You can't be a WWE fan and not know what NXT is. So I was not listening. Where was it? I saw it somewhere on a different site. They were reporting that people were like saying, who's this guy? Like they didn't know who Braun Breaker was. And then they were like, some people were some people said that, where I read this, they were saying people were saying this at the arena when they were
really,
yeah. And I don't believe that.
No,
I don't believe that. There's no way you cannot. Seriously, you can't. Well, you know what? No, I might have to take that back. You know why? Because I don't know everybody in NXT UK.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
So, but I think NXT is on a national TV also. NXT really isn't. So, I mean, I think I don't know. I don't know how much of that is true, like I said, but he's the NXT champion. You don't know who the fuck he is? You don't know what NXT is? Anyway, either way, good match. Another high point I had was Finn Balor versus Austin Theory. Another really good match. And my last high point I have is Kevin Owens segment. That was good. You know, that's the Kevin Owens I like. I really do.
Yes.
My low point, Dana Brooke versus Tamina. I don't know. This looks like they're going to drag this all the way up to WrestleMania. Might be a mixed tag. Who the fuck knows? A side note I have, speaking about Braun, it looks like he's going to be on the main roster sooner rather than later. I did hear reports of that too, that Vince wants him on the main roster a lot sooner. So after what happened on Wednesday, which we'll get over in a minute or two, that it looks like this is going to happen. Looks like it's going to happen. You guys have anything to add to Raw?
Yeah, my high points were the same as yours. The RK Bro, Seth Rollins, KO, and Alpha Academy match. Great match. I enjoyed it. Glad RK Bro won the titles back. So they're killing it right now. But one of my low points.
But you don't feel bad for Alpha Academy?
I kind of do. I kind of do. Because they have been killing it as a tag team as well.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy Alpha Academy a lot. So I kind of see it both ways, but hopefully they can build a rivalry with Alpha Academy at Mania.
Yeah, but you know they ain't going to win it, though. That's just the thing.
No. Well, yeah.
There's no way they can win those titles back. Unless, if the rumors are true that Riddle will turn on Orton or Orton will turn on Riddle. It's the only way I can see that happen. But if it's just a straight-up match, I don't see Alpha Academy really winning that. You know?
That's true.
Oh, that's my signal that my time was up? Is that my signal that Tony Diaz is talking way too much? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, go ahead.
All good. But one of my lowest points on tonight was Miz TV with Logan Paul and Jerry Lawler.
That was off a little bit.
This was horrible, guys.
Yeah.
Like, they were making so much, trying to get cheap pops with random cities from Ohio.
Yes.
Which is like, first of all, Jerry Lawler is not from Ohio. He's from Memphis.
Right.
And just
so I don't understand what they were saying there.
But
saying,
from what I hear is that Jerry Lawler owns a lot of football jerseys. Like, he's a huge football fan.
He's a big Browns fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he is a Browns fan. But I heard he owns a lot of jerseys with his name on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Huh. But just with Logan Paul, again, this is just stupid. And then Miz saying, oh, well, Cleveland's not that. I'm trying to get a cheap heat on himself. And it's like, guys, this is terrible. It was going nowhere. Yep. It didn't make any sense. And that's why I give it a low point.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Elio, what do you have anything to add to Raw this week?
My high points. I had basically the same as both of you with the Arcade Bro and the Tommaso Ciampa, but I have the Edge promo in there.
Okay, yes, that was good. Yeah. Yes, that was good. A whole different Edge, man.
Yeah, I just like the whole blue lighting they did.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was sick.
The thing of it is, I'm not a fan of when they do that, because even remember with The Fiend, matches were being red. There's something about it I just don't like, but this one worked.
Yeah.
This one worked. Good call.
Then low points, I got basically Miz TV, and I have Omos and Apollo Crews.
Yeah,
was weird too.
that was very
Wasn't
weird.
that weird?
Yes.
I was very, very. I was like, why are they doing this? I mean,
But speaking of that, what kind of blows my mind though?
what?
If Apollo was trying this Nigerian character from when he first started it, why wasn't Omos in with Apollo? Because Omos is actually Nigerian.
He's actually Nigerian, yes.
So how would you?
That's a
I
good
mean,
point.
whatever. You got, Commander Aziz with him. Whatever, fine. But you actually have a Nigerian dude that can play the same role.
An actual Nigerian.
And it can make it work. Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe.
But I'm just saying.
But can you really see Omos and Commander Aziz's gear?
Oh, hell no. You try to find some fabric for him. I'll tell you what.
Lord.
We hadn't seen his jacket in the book. Now we're gonna have to put Omos's jacket in the book.
Right?
Right.
But I think for me, it looks like they're leaning towards Omos versus Aziz at Mania, I think.
Yeah.
Look like
It kind of seems that way.
Unless they wrestle next week. If they don't wrestle and they're teasing this, then they might do Aziz versus Omos at Mania. And that's probably going to be the lowest point of WrestleMania, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because they're both inexperienced. They are. They're both inexperienced. All right. That's all you got, Elio?
Yes.
Okay. Overall, I gave Raw a B+. Not too bad. They're back-to-back to me, in my opinion. Elio, what did you give Raw?
This was not a bad show. It's, I gave it a B+ as well. At first, I was like, this show seems a little off, but as it kept going along, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Clay, what'd you give Raw?
I gave it a B. I thought it wasn't that bad of a show.
Yeah, I think they're starting to pick up, and I think they're probably feeling the heat from USA, the channel, because a lot of the good stars are going to SmackDown, and USA is probably like, yo, what's up with us, man? I think that's why they've been stepping it up. All right, let's get right into NXT with Clay. Take it away.
All right, we're going right into NXT. We'll start. We'll start off with high points. One of my highest points was Grayson Waller versus LA Knight. I thought, honestly, this is one of their best matches, if the best match that they've had.
Yeah, I had that too, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I don't.
I was going to say, the thing is, I'm a huge LA Knight fan. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Grayson Waller, but I can't take it away from the match. So yeah.
Yeah, like he said, I'm not the biggest fan of Grayson Waller either, but he actually pulled it off in this. Did really well. LA Knight, good as usual, but I think this needed a win for Waller because I feel like LA Knight's going to Raw here pretty soon.
Yeah, I do too.
So I would think, to build more NXT ways, Waller needed to win this, and I thought this was a great match. So another high point for me was Dolph Ziggler versus Braun Breaker at Tommaso Ciampa. Dolph Ziggler winning the NXT Championship.
Did that shock you guys?
Shocker. Big time shocker.
That was surprising.
Yes.
But now I gotta ask this question. What the fuck happens now at Mania?
I mean, does Dolph take the NXT title to Mania for a championship match?
Well, no, he's going to be at Stand and Deliver.
Oh, well, yeah.
But, yeah. But you know what, though? I again, online, people are all pissed off that he won it. And people are, they're coming out saying that, what a way to build up your stars. It's like, people, can you just shut the fuck up? I wish I had the shut the fuck up button.
This is good. I like these crossover storylines. It makes new matches. We don't get the same repetitive matches every week.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it helps the guys, too. It helps Braun a lot.
Yes.
And I think, and I said it earlier, how Tomato Ciampa was very comfortable on Raw. And I think working with Dolph helped him. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I think when when he first came up, I think they was just throwing him into the sharks to see how he survived. And that's why like I said, I think he just tensed. He looked tense. He looked like he was like, fuck, but still trying to remain cool. He did a good job.
Yeah.
But you compare his run then compared to now, he's a lot looser now. A lot looser.
I agree.
He acts like he fits in. So I hope it's a permanent stay for Ciampa on the main roster because he's going to do good.
But think about it. When you guys say that Dolph doesn't need to win the title, what's he doing on Raw besides losing everything? Like, it gives Dolph and Rude even to do something on NXT.
And you notice how they're booked differently on both shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On NXT, they book Dolph like a big star, like big
and
star
they should.
like he should be.
Yes,
As
I
opposed
agree.
to on Raw, they booked them like to lose every week.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, it helps NXT. It helps, the guys that are in NXT. So all around, it's good for them, I believe. And I'm going to sound like a hypocrite, but I also gave a high point to Wendy Choo and Dakota Kai versus Raquel Gonzalez and Cora Jade.
We're getting to you, aren't we?
We're getting to him.
No.
Yes,
Time out.
yes,
No.
We are.
Yes, you are.
It's a double team.
No. The match was good. I'm not going to take that away. Like I've said.
Choo-choo, Clay.
No.
Choo-choo, Clay.
The gimmick sucks. The gimmick
Choo-choo,
is not
Clay.
there. No.
Choo-choo, Clay.
No. The match was good, damn it. And I'm not going to take it away. I had to give that as a high point. I enjoyed the match. Honestly, booking Raquel getting hurt like that from, Toxic Attraction, making kind of them pin Cora. It kind of sets up Cora and Mandy. And, Raquel's possibly going to the main roster here soon, too. So that kind of makes a way to her to lose like that. So I had to give that a high point. But the gimmick, no, I'm not. So, no. Low points for me, I had to give to Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley. Henley getting the win here. Stratton still looks like she's...
Wait, who's the other lady's name?
Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley? Yeah.
Fallon Henley, okay.
Yeah.
She gets the win. Yeah. Tiffany, I'm sorry. Tiffany just does not look ready.
You know what? I'm going to judge her the same way I judge Lash Legend and Jade Cargill. She has the look, but the wrestling is not there. Like, it's getting there a little bit. So it looks like, she's getting it. It could be the gimmick.
Yeah.
It could be that. I don't want to take too much away, but I'm going to criticize her too. Her wrestling's not that great. And it might be because of that gimmick she's doing.
There are times where her face she kind of shows like she feels awkward doing that gimmick.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then another low point for me, lashing out with Lash Legend with Nikita Lyons.
God,
this shit was going nowhere.
No,
neither one of them.
And they're wrestling next Wednesday, aren't they?
Yes. Are they? Yes. Gee, Merry Christmas. I don't understand where they were trying to go with this at all because none of it made sense.
No.
There has not been anything good from these lashing out with Lash Legend segments at all. Yeah. So, low point, easily. Anybody else have anything to follow?
The high points were the same, so I agree with you there. To add to the low points, though, I had Chase U.
Oh, this was bad.
This is another gimmick I just can't stand. It's awful.
Right? How many times does he have to cuss in a freaking segment? Like, do you have to sound powerful to cuss like every 2 minutes? But the thing of it is,
like, if Braun Breaker were to curse, you know what I'm saying? Okay, believable. But this dude, he just doesn't look believable. So why are you cursing that much? Exactly. Why are you cursing that much to make yourself look big? Bro, you're not.
Right.
It's a dumb gimmick. I don't know what gimmick is worse, Chase U or Peter Avalon with the library gimmick. I
think Chase U is worse.
And another thing I'm going to add to the low point is Carmelo's promo with Trick. It's like the whole barbershop thing. It's like,
What was that?
it looked
I
like
didn't
Trick
get
was
that.
trying
What was that?
so hard to be on the TV more than Carmelo. It's like,
Yep.
they got to stop because it's not working. It's not.
Yep.
But that's all I got to
No,
add.
I have the same low points. I just added, and the reason I added this one, Imperium versus MSK, is because
For a low point?
the match never ended.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The Creed brothers ran in and just basically attacked
That's right,
everyone.
Yeah. Forgot about
So I'm
that.
like, I would have liked to see that winner in that match.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I agree.
Okay.
Overall, I gave NXT 2.0 a B minus. Wasn't that bad of a show. Tony, what'd you give
I
it?
gave it a C this week.
All right.
There's only
Elio.
one thing that was good.
I gave it a B.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to Dynamite with Elio.
All right, Dynamite. This week, for high point, I'll start with high points. I had Paige and Dante Martin, and then I had Moxley and Danielson versus JD Drake and whatever the other guy's name is.
Yeah.
We know what you're talking about.
And
Right.
low point. Okay, we have another faction out. The Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah. Wait, what's it called?
The Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't know they gave it a name already.
Yeah.
Right there on at the start of the show, they already have a name.
I didn't know that.
And I gave another one to Pac versus Wheeler Yuta, and they.
As a low point?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
All right. No, hey. I get it.
Yeah. I do too. Mainly Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, that's why.
There you go. See?
Mm-hmm.
If I had to give out, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to throw out my high points. I gave it to Jurassic Express versus the Acclaimed. I thought this was a pretty good tag match. One horrible, but Jurassic Express getting the win, not surprising, but I thought it was still a decent match.
Jurassic versus the Acclaim? That one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had that as a low point.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know why. It was just something about. But the thing is, I'm a huge fan of the Acclaim. I think that's
I am too.
They're very underrated. Myself. They're very underrated. But I think what happened when what's his name? The one that raps in the beginning. What's his name?
Max Caster.
Yeah, him. I think when he fucked up by that one rap, I think that's kind of what's punishing the Acclaim right now. But other than that, I love it when they're not just because I like them because he does a cool rap and he's dissing everybody. They're damn good wrestlers too. Anthony Bone is damn good.
Yes.
That's a damn good team. And I was disappointed with this one. I really was. There's something about it. I don't know if the chemistry wasn't there, but it was just something about it. I was just like, But
yeah.
But hey, you liked it. That's all good. It's all right.
Yeah. And then low points for me was the Hardy family emergency meeting. This was terrible. I will say that again. Matt getting voted out, getting attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Out comes Sting and Darby.
Yep.
They get attacked. As it's going on in the ring, Jeff Hardy comes out, dances to the fucking ring. When your brother's getting attacked and you dance on the ramp, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And you get...
But what's more funny, I gotta say that all over the internet, people are doing memes of people dancing before they go fighting.
But it's true, though. That's not realistic.
You gotta find this video. This must have happened in some high school. There was a high school fight, right? These two guys are fighting each other, and there was a guy right next to them breakdancing while they're fighting, and then they put they did the lettering over the guy dancing, saying that that's Jeff Hardy, and then those two fighting was Matt Hardy and the other guy. I was laughing so hard because this dude was literally breakdancing while these guys were fighting. So they put that as Jeff. That's what Jeff Hardy was doing.
It's not realistic.
No, it's like, dude, why would you come out and dance?
Right.
What? Oh my. Oh, that shit was too funny. And then everybody was wondering too, and I'm gonna put the kibosh on it. They're like, "Oh my god, they came out to WWE's music. It's a work. I knew it." WWE does not own that music.
Right.
It's owned by, I forgot by who. So Tony Khan does have to pay for them to use it, but it's not WWE. WWE does not own it. So I'm putting the kibosh on that shit right now. So there you go. I got to finish up, Clay, because that shit was cool.
That was honestly it. Just the fact, and then Darby and Sting are in awe that Jeff Hardy and the Hardy Boys are in the
You
ring.
see Darby's face.
Yes, like what are you doing? It's just the Hardy Boys. Fuck. You look, I was like, what are you?
Boy, yes, Jeff Hardy.
The whole segment was just terrible.
I like Turtle. That's Jeff Hardy.
Oh man. But I'm just I just the whole segment, I was just so confused. I just don't get it. So that was it.
Now, I had the same high points as you guys did, and pretty much the same low points, except for I had Jurassic and the Acclaim. But it's funny because I did put in Jericho and Kingston's segment at first. And then, this is how I wrote it. My low point was Jericho, Kingston, and then 2.0 segment. I said it doesn't make sense, and then I put never mind. Because it was a work. And when you fool me like that, then I'm okay, you got me. So it was a low point. I'm going to take it off of my low point. But to me, it wasn't a high point either. Because there is, again, Jericho making it about himself, about making himself be a big deal. Because because he was at first with the Inner Circle. And then after a while, they were kind of pushing him out. And then everybody was equal and blah, blah, blah. And where was his spotlight going? And I'm not saying that like this was a work, this was straight up. And I think he really feels that way. That's why he did it with these guys. Because 2.0, who the fuck cares about 2.0?
Bingo.
Who the fuck cares about the other guy that's with them?
Daniel Garcia.
Who cares? Seriously. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully, because I think 2.0 can do something, they need more time and they need more work, but now it's like the ugly girl hanging out with other girls, convincing them they're ugly just to make themselves look pretty. That's Jericho right now. He's hanging out with these guys because he knows they ain't shit. He's a bigger star than they are. And you really gonna form a faction with them?
And you even have Hager involved.
And Hager, yeah.
Yep.
So granted, it was a good. It ended up being a good segment. Put it that way, and it changed my mind about it being a low point. I don't want to sound like too much of a hypocrite. But, that was it. That's all I got. Overall,
I went with a C- on this one.
Oh, I gave it a C.
I gave it a C as well. I, thought I was going to be generous.
Yeah,
it wasn't that great, honestly.
Yeah. No, I hear you. All right, let's go right into SmackDown. Pete Dunne making. He's not called Butch.
Christ.
All right,
this is what we're doing now.
But here's the thing. Okay, I don't mind the name change. Okay, that I don't mind. I don't mind him being with Sheamus. That I don't mind. They kind of fit. They do. They kind of fit together. But what I do mind is him wearing that fucking hat.
Right?
He has long hair, Pete Dunne. and he has it in a man bun, and then you're going to wear that fucking hat, and it looks like it was a cone-shaped hat. I'm like, bruh, seriously? You really doing that? And then he came in, and the thing of it is, I didn't realize Pete Dunne is that small.
Yeah.
He's a tiny dude. I thought he looked bigger than life in NXT. And then he's standing next to Sheamus. He looked like his little brother. even with Ridge Holland, he looked like his little brother too. But I don't want to sound too much of a hypocrite, but I think this will work. You know, I really do. I think Pete Dunne or Butch, I think he can be like the Tasmanian devil of this group. He can be the crazy one because you saw what he did afterwards. He was really blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Granted, they had to change a lot of it up. And you know that if you saw the match, when Big E got hurt, they did a top rope bullshit and they went for the pin. And that was Kofi. Kofi was calling that. He goes, yo, just pin me. He's hurt. We got to get him out of here. You can tell that was all a Kofi call. And I tipped my hat off to him for doing that. But to me, it's not a high or low point. My thing is that this SmackDown was odd for me.
Very odd.
It wasn't bad.
Yes.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. So for me, the only high point I had was just Ricochet versus Sami Zayn. That was the only high point I had. But I didn't even have a low point because everything was like, nothing for me. Nothing really stood out to where I was like, oh, God, it's terrible. It was kind of like borderline, if you know what I'm saying. If I really wanted to choose a low point, I would have to go with the tag match with Sasha Banks and Naomi. I think I would go with that as a low point. But even that, I was kind of like, because at least we got to see them as a fucking tag before they go to WrestleMania. But
that's true.
But again, as a side note, I had Pete Dunne main roster. It looks like it is. And that I hope that Big E's is okay after that nasty head bump. That's all I have. That's it. That's all I have for SmackDown. What do you guys have to add to that?
Low points.
Or am I going crazy?
Low points for me. Pete Dunne changed his name to Butch. I will say that. I don't understand what the fuck creative is doing with this. What was wrong with Pete Dunne? He could still be the Tasmanian Devil character as Pete Dunne.
As Pete Dunne, yeah.
He was on Raw as Pete Dunne.
Yep.
Right. Exactly. But I, like you said, Tony, I'm not going to give that match a low point. It was okay. Just kind of like the Jey Uso versus Boobs. It was okay for what it was. You know? And
they're protecting the match between Corbin and Drew. That's all that.
Yeah.
Was,
Yeah. So, and then the high points for me, Brock Lesnar, mad at the beginning, chasing Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
That was
Paul's
actually
like
funny.
The oh shit look and takes off running. I've never seen Paul Heyman move as fast in my life.
What you gotta look up is after SmackDown, not this one, it was a couple SmackDowns ago, or maybe a while ago, Paul Heyman went crazy after SmackDown. Like he went
remember
nuts.
seeing
he was trying
that.
to chase after the fan, and he was trying to jump over the barricade. And the Usos were grabbing him.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And then he would stop, and then he would chase. He would try to act like he's going after him and try to jump over, and then Roman would kind of grab him, like, bro, no.
Yeah.
Look, if you've never seen it, I urge you to go look it up. It's hilarious. Paul Heyman's a funny dude.
Yes, he is. He pointed at the guy and said something about yada yada bitch, and then the guy started getting hyped, and here comes Heyman. Oh my god, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And another high point I gave to Ricochet and Sami Zayn, which I will agree with that. Good match, but that wasn't the highest. Pat McAfee beating down Austin Theory. Damn, I was hyped. I was saying, let's go at the top of my lungs. Love seeing Pat, man. You know how I am. Austin Theory getting his bitch ass kicked by Pat McAfee.
You know Clay means business when he has his hat on the right way.
You're damn right.
Backwards.
You're damn right. Pat McAfee. Yeah. So there you go. That was me.
All right, Elio, do you have anything?
No,
I'm Jamaican now. Holy fuck, you hear me? I'm fucking Jamaican. Do you have anything to add to this SmackDown, man?
I obviously have the same high points and low points. The only other thing I have is the Charlotte Ronda promo.
Oh, that was actually pretty good. Wasn't bad, but I like the ending more than that segment.
Yeah.
What happened before SmackDown shut off?
Yeah. Were they beaten down in the parking lot?
Yeah, and Ronda taking that freaking bump on the car. That was pretty. Look at that. Everybody agrees with me.
There we go.
But yeah, no, that was pretty dope. All right. I gave overall SmackDown. I gave it a C+ this week. Elio.
I went with C+ as well.
All right, Clay.
Clean sweep, C+ as well.
All right. Let's get right into AEW Rampage. Take it away, Clay.
All right, we're going right into Rampage. Lowest point for me tonight, honestly, was Keith Lee versus QT Marshall.
Oh, boy.
This was slow.
So bad.
Very slow.
And just like, you knew what the outcome was going to be before it even started. And these guys just didn't move fast. And even after the match, after Keith won, here comes the rest of the factory attacking him. Yeah. And even that was slow, like maneuvers and stuff like that. I'm like, guys, like, I don't know. Keith Lee, I'm not a big fan right now in AEW.
I'm not either. And I will say this. I have a side note here about it, which is Keith Lee is out of shape. Let me tell you something. Before anybody starts criticizing me, hear me out. Look at Keith Lee when he was on Raw or even in WWE compared to what he is now. Because let me tell you something. At least in WWE, they make sure that, hey, you need to stay in shape, man. Gain a little bit of weight. Bulk up. At least he was in shape. You look at him here, and it's like I said, everybody was criticizing him when he first debuted. But, bruh, he's gotten a little and them wearing those tights, they ain't helping. No. Another thing I have, too, is that how many times are we going to see Keith Lee toss somebody over that fucking top rope? It's like, almost every match he has to do that now. It's like, and let me tell you something. I have to agree with Vince Russo for once. Odd, but I do. He was saying that AEW's booking Keith Lee all wrong already. He shouldn't be having these matches against people like QT Marshall and the other match he had before the pay-per-view and having a hard time with that. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't. But then again, I'm looking at this match. He looked winded. There was one spot where I was like, Jesus Christ, maybe y'all asked should have stayed in NXT because he could not take these hits. I'm with you, Clay. I'm not impressed with Keith Lee right now in AEW.
No, and even like I'm a huge fan of Keith Lee in NXT, and what I'm seeing now is not anywhere near what he was. And it sucks because I am a huge Keith Lee fan. But what I'm seeing is not good, brother. It's not.
No, not good at all.
And high points for me, honestly, I gave it to Swerve.
Strickland.
Strickland, right, versus Tony Nese.
Yeah.
The main event. I thought it was a great match. Really was. And I'm not, like I've said before, I'm not the biggest Swerve fan, but you know what? This match was pretty good for the main event, and these guys going at it. So it was all good. What do you guys have?
Same thing. But for me, I had a low point of Darby Allin versus that Quinn guy.
Mark Quinn.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I'm done with Darby. Why? You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to fuck. For years, I had to hear, they're shoving Roman down our throats. Well, you know what? They're shoving fucking Darby Allin down mine. I don't like it.
Yes, they are.
But I don't.
I got something to put in the book.
Also, what's that?
Mark Quinn's hairdo. That
Look
is
like little
terrible.
pieces of doo-doo.
What? One's yellow, one's black. Like what? And it's bald down the middle. Like that is terrible.
That's probably one of the worst hairdos I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yep.
So y'all agree with me?
Yeah, man. Mark Quinn's doo-doo.
All right.
That's where we
Mark. All right. Mark Quinn's doo-doo. You just made the book.
Yes, sir. Terrible, man. But no, that's all I got to add to that. This wasn't a good rampage.
Yeah, I basically have the same for both high points and low points.
All right. Overall, I give Rampage a C-. Really wasn't into this show.
Yeah.
Elio, what'd you give it?
I went with C minus as well. Just that Keith Lee match was just bad.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Tony, what'd you give it?
Same thing. I gave it a C-, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we should post something, even though he's like 4 matches in, right, Keith Lee? I think next week we should post how's Keith Lee's AEW run. I'm curious to really know what these people think.
All right.
That'll be a good
I'm
post
down.
to put up. All right,
Yes.
so there you go. That is the your This Week in Wrestling. So Battle of the A Show. Elio, what do you got for the A Show this week?
I'm giving it to Raw this week.
All righty. Clay, who you got for the A Show this week?
I got to go with Raw. It was the best show.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it was just, like I said, they've been on something different lately. So let's see if they keep up with this momentum. All right, let's get right into the book. Those that are new to the show, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling, and we do it to get a good laugh, man, because I tell you, you know what? Never mind. But let's go, Brandon. All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Baldy Sands, go fuck yourself.
Fuck him. Stays.
Kevin Dunn's camera shots.
Stays.
He was pretty bad. I forgot which match it was. I think it was during an NXT. It was
when LA Knight was delivering those chair shots to Sang.
Yeah. Yes, that one.
Yes.
Yep. Cody and Brandy's damn ego.
Stays.
I say it stays, man. He hasn't made a decision yet. So what the fuck?
Nope.
New NXT logo.
Stays.
Tony Khan's damn ego.
Stays.
Xavier Woods' Burger King crown.
Stays.
Xavier Woods' damn accent.
Stays.
No trick shot.
Stays.
Dana's face off.
Stays.
Deeb's grandma bun.
Oh, that stays.
Stays.
Fuck's wrong with Tony Khan's eyes?
Stays. That's funny to say.
It is. And the new entrant into the book, Mark Quinn's doo-doo.
Stays.
All right, I think that's the end of the show. But stay, you know what? You guys got to hang out after the show. You know why? Because we play the 5-second shuffle championship. Right now, I had it written down. Elio is up 3 reigns to 2 this year so far. You're the current champion, right, Elio?
Yep.
So basically, all of this is just, for bragging rights between these two. And at the end of the year, whoever has the most title reigns is crowned the overall undisputed 5-second shuffle champion. And to explain the game, what I do is I just pick a random song off my playlist, and I only play 5 seconds of it. And these guys got to guess who it is. And the first 1 to 5 wins. And that's just how we ride off into the sunset until next week, where we'll give you some more content and more informationes about what's going on in the wrestling world. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the gentleman,
Elio Canella.
All right, love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
All right, Elio, you are the reigning champion, so you have the champion's advantage of either going first or you can pass it off to Clay. What are you going to do?
Go first.
All right, here's your first one.
Is that Ricochet?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Shelton Benjamin.
No, it is not. I cannot give it to you. I cannot give it to you. On here, and I'll show you. It's Benjamin and Gable.
Darn it.
So I have to be fair, sir. But
That's
I mean,
fine.
the thing of it is, you're right. It is technically Benjamin's. It is
Right.
Shelton Benjamin's, but they did form that tag with Gable, and yeah. Sorry,
That's
man.
okay. That's all right.
All right, it
got
goes
you.
back to you anyway. So here you go.
CM Punk.
Yes, CM Punk. You had
A
that
really
one
good
last
song.
week too.
Yeah,
You had that
Pretty-
one last week. Yeah,
pretty good song.
All right.
I like that song.
it is. I like that one too. Yeah. All right, goes right back to Elio. Elio, here you go.
I don't care what y'all say. It's time to rock and roll.
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus, yes. It is tied at 1 and goes right back to Clay. Here you go.
Is that Gangrel?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Zion Quinn.
No, it is not. I think this is a first for the show, but it's a TNA song. It's Christopher Daniels from TNA.
Oh,
It's a TNA
wow.
song. Take that back. It's a TNA song. All right. Goes to Clay, right? Or Elio?
Elio.
Goes to Elio's tied up still at 1 apiece. Here you go, Elio.
Come get on the train.
Godfather.
Yes,
Man.
I will
Damn.
say this. How ironic during the whole show we're doing Choo Choo Train and
here-
this motherfucking song comes up.
That's true, though. This shit happens.
Right? Wendy, too, I am so sorry if you're listening to the show. Anyway, Elio's up 2-1, goes to Clay. Clay, here you go.
You're not enough for me. Oh,
Is that Michelle McCool?
Michelle McCool, yes. It is tied up at 2. Goes right back to Elio. Elio, here you go.
Kurt Angle.
Yes, Kurt Angle. You are up
Man.
3-2. Goes right back to Clay. Clay, here you go.
Is that Lance Archer?
Yes, it is.
Woohoo!
Yes, it is.
What?
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. Holy
Wow.
shit.
All right. Tap myself on the shoulder there.
Yeah, you should. Holy shit. What? All right. Now, what made you go with Lance Archer, though?
Well, because in his theme song at the beginning, like the one he's on now, it's like everyone or something like that
Yeah.
dies, and the part of it said
Okay.
everybody dies.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
It was
maybe
a different-
Lance.
Yeah. Okay. Tied up
Yeah.
at 3. Oh, I got to hear the rest of this. Hold on. Damn, I didn't think it was that. That's a pretty cool theme song.
Yeah, I don't ever remember him doing that in AEW though.
No, I don't either.
I don't because he does that one that when he first started that is pretty good. But I don't remember this one. I was just going by
Yeah.
what it sounded kind of like, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. All right. It's tied up at 3, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Tied up at 3 goes to Elio. Elio, here you go.
Is that The Fiend?
Yes, the Fiend. What was you thinking? Because you
I was gonna say Bray. No, I was gonna say Bray Wyatt.
I was
Not
getting
like
ready
that,
to
the
say
Fiend.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Good call. Good call. You're up 4-3 goes to Clay. Clay, you can tie it up with this one. Here you go.
Is that Kamala?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal and the win.
Umaga.
It's Umaga. Yes.
Oh, darn it.
Yes. You know, the thing of it is that song could have went to anybody. So saying Kamala is a good fucking guess. Another one would have been Snooker. Another one would have been, who's that other?
Aku.
Yes.
Aku. Yeah.
So yeah, it was up there, man. But I don't remember Umaga coming. I thought he had like a more of a heavier beat, right?
I remember when the one where it's like the
yeah,
I can't do it very well.
Or maybe it's this one. Maybe it is this one. We'll play it more as we close out the show. You might be right though. I do remember that, but it might be this song. Who the fuck knows? But there you go. Aew is the winner. He retains his 24/7. His 5 second shuffle championship. Jesus Christ. All right, we don't own the rights. We gotta get the fuck out of here. This ain't it.
No.
This is what you're talking about.
No. I don't remember this one.
Me neither. Unless it's the very beginning when he first became Umaga.
Yeah.
I don't.